Cool and McCann Garage Edition. So I try to be real. Um, I try to be as real with me and as authentic, and I also try to speak exactly what God tells me. I mean, it's my personality, but it's what he's really saying, right? So today, personally, I've been feeling great. Okay, I wake up at the crack of dawn, just to enjoy Mary and Jesus and God and Sophia. Today, this morning, I had all those anxiety feelings that I used to get. I had all those depression feelings that I used to get. It was just a feeling. So now that, those feelings, the feelings where you can't even explain, where you just like you don't even want to open your eyes, but you also don't want to close them. Where it's like you can't barely even get out the bed because of how you feel, and people who struggle with anxiety and depression, they understand, and really any mental health issue they understand, or bipolar, right? So I'm going to break that down. So that's how I was feeling, right? Real low. And I didn't get out the bed early this morning. When I did get out the bed, it was because I had to go to the bathroom. So I was like, I don't even feel like getting ready, but I forced myself. And what I also did, I prayed. I kept praying, like, God, I know it's a reason for these feelings. So I know I'm not feeling like this because there's something wrong with me. It's a reason why I have these feelings. God help me to understand. Okay? So once I prayed and I said it, over like, God, please help me. I hate feeling like this, because I do. You do hate feeling like this. But I was clear that it wasn't nothing wrong with me. Usually if you have anxiety or depression, it's something wrong with you. But no, when you have those feelings, it's for a reason. It's because, now I'm not sure if it's like this for everybody, but I know with myself, I'm having those feelings, one, because I'm about to go to another level. Two, I'm having those feelings because I can literally feel a struggle with someone else. And I'm guessing it has to be, it may not even be someone I love. It could be a stranger, but I literally can feel someone struggling. And when I get those anxiety and depression feelings, when it's heavy on me, that means whoever is struggling or going through it, that means they need me to take on, basically take on some of that struggle. So, I don't know exactly what the struggle is. Well, I do know. But now I know, and as the day goes on and as I approach July 11th, I think it's in 2 days, God, Sophia, Mary, and Jesus will reveal more about why, you feel that way, or why I feel that way when someone else is going through an internal struggle, whatever it is, and why am I chosen to take on some of their burden in the feeling department. And I'm strong enough where, give it to me. I've dealt with anxiety and depression and those feelings for years, since I was a child, and most people didn't know. I carried those feelings inside for years, even before I got diagnosed with it. And most people would have never known, because I'm strong, because I could handle it. But the problem was, I thought it was my fault. I thought something was wrong with me, but it wasn't that something was wrong with me. It was that someone else is going through something, And I'm chosen. I'm special. So I'm strong. So I'm taking on some of their burden, some of their struggle, that feeling, just so they could make it, just so they could keep going, right? And I didn't know that. So let me make a last example about bipolar. Because when I was in the psych ward, that was like the main diagnosis, that they lied and said I had bipolar. But if I look at my symptoms, right now, if I look up bipolar and my symptoms, they have the manic state, the good manic, where you on a high and you buying up all types of stuff and you just having a good old time. That was me. Then they crash into a low state, a depression, where you wake up feeling terrible. You can't get out of bed. It's hard for you to do anything. That was me this morning. God is freeing me of it now. Like, I feel better even now because I'm getting it. That was me this morning. Everybody who is bipolar, especially, there is nothing wrong with you. And you know what? It is for everybody who has mental health issues. So everybody who has depression, who has anxiety, who has bipolar, who is schizophrenic, the reason why when you go through that depression state, that manic high or low state, the high, you're rejoicing because, basically someone's getting it or you're getting it, right? The low is you carrying on whoever struggle, burden, or the low is also you not getting it. It depends. It depends on if you get it. So me, if I didn't get it, I would go to a psychiatrist tomorrow and tell them everything that I'm going through and how amazing I felt 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't sleep and I was buying all types of shit. I was driving around with my hand out the window, talking to God, just having a great time, just in the clouds, right? And then I tell them, well, this is me not getting it, right? Then I tell them, I woke up and I just feel terrible. I feel sad. I don't know what's wrong. I don't feel like doing nothing. I can barely get out of bed, right? That psychiatrist or psychologist or whoever would be like, you are bipolar. Remember, they don't do like testing for bipolar disorder. They just talk to you. They evaluate your mind. So I would be diagnosed as bipolar. The thing is, I get it. So my real happy state, that's me because I get it. So me walking around with God and me having just an amazing day every day, all day, that's how it is when you get it. Right? When you don't get it and you're bipolar and you have a manic state, it's like God trying to show you this how it could be all the time if you get it, but some people don't get it. So that's when you crash. God had me crash just so I could do this video, just so I could break down bipolar and the different manic states. I'm doing this video for someone who has bipolar like me, who has bipolar, that don't understand the highs and the low. So when you go, Dad, my father called me, so I have to start it over. Well, I'm gonna continue. The reason why you go through a low and you stay in that low because you're not getting it. You're not understanding that those feelings, and that's why it could get worse and worse and worse and worse. And same with depression and anxiety. With anxiety, if you don't get it, with me, I started sweating. I would sweat. Now I barely sweat. Or I did a twitch. It was like a little twitch. My anxiety, because I wasn't getting it, was coming out physically. You're depressed and you don't get it. It comes out physically by you hurting yourself, by you committing suicide, right? When you are bipolar and you are in the depression, manic state, the reason why you may commit suicide or you may hurt yourself is because you're not understanding that feeling that you have is not because it's you. It's not because it's something wrong with you. It's really that you are helping someone else. And I don't know if it's strangers or it could be only loved ones, but you're literally taking on a struggle because they can't handle it all. You're literally taking on some of their struggle because you're strong enough to handle it. The thing is that you don't know that that feeling has nothing to do with you. So once I got that, I'm free. I'm free from those feelings because I get it. So I prayed for that person. I said, God, help them to see, help them to get through this. And that's it. Every time I think about the person, I'm going to pray for them. That's it. I got it. I feel good now. I'm on my way to back floating all up around this house. But yeah, I hope this helps somebody. I hope this frees somebody even more that has mental health issues. And as God keeps revealing more about it, I will be sharing more. God bless.